I'm going to be sharing the 4 exercises that I have been doing to rehab my knee. Pretty soon after I got injured, I tore my ACL completely. And one of the first things is very important to do is to get that extension back, full range of motion, strengthening it as much as you can. So I'll be sharing those. So exercise 1 is going to be backwards walking on a treadmill. And of course, all these exercises, you have to do them as slow as you need to do. You don't want to have pain. If it hurts, then regress it. That means either go slower or don't go that full range of motion. So for this, I want to make sure that I'm trying to extend my knee. What can help is to try to get the toe up to your shin. If this hurts, just do it slow. Don't go as far. And hopefully after doing this for a few minutes, you will feel like it's going to get easier. For me, this has definitely gotten a lot easier. Before, I could only do this far. As you can see, like barely no extension. And now I can definitely get more extension. Not as far as the right, but something. You can do this on a regular treadmill. Just don't turn it on and push it forward. Okay, exercise 2, I'm going to do this with the floss bend. You want to have it a little bit bent. I would say try to do it less tight in the beginning, and then if you feel like it's not tight enough, you can always tighten it up. You want it to be tight because the goal here is to cut off the blood circulation for a while you do the exercises. And so when you take this off, all the blood flow goes into the knee, which helps bring oxygen and the healing stuff. So I'm gonna work on flexion. Again, do it as slow as you need. Don't go through the pain. If it hurts, stop right there. And after a while, this should become easier. So flexion, extension, as far as you can go without pain. Nice and slow, back and forth. And you can do this about 10 times. Next exercise, this is going to be straight after doing the knee flexion and extension. Hold on to something to take some weight off. You're going to go squat down as far as you can without pain again, nice and slow. And when you come up, you're going to make sure to get that extension as far as you can go. What helps me is to lean a little forward rather than staying back and extending that knee. That hurts more when I lean forward. It also gives me that nice stretch in my calf. Back down. And you can do that 10 times too. Take as much weight off as you need. Great, after 10, you can take this off. And try to do some flexion and extension and see if you have more range of motion. It might not happen after the first one. You might have to do this 2 to 3 times, but for me, I definitely feel like it's a little bit looser. If I do this 2 more times, I'm sure that I'm gonna get some more melee extension. This is my least favorite exercise because this definitely feels kind of uncomfortable, but it has helped a lot to get more range of motion. So get a super light band. Go as far as you need to get a little bit tension, but not too much. And you're just gonna go back and forth and pedal. And the goal here again is to get that full extension in your injured leg, nice and slow. If you need to hold on something, if you need to get a little bit less tension, and then you can always build it up to get a little bit more tension. Nice and slow, back and forth, about 10 to 12 times. And then the last exercise. So my knee feels pretty tight, of course. And I have been doing, the squats, the flexion, and the extension. They're all working on that compression. So what I have also been working on is to get my hamstrings strong again, because hamstrings are very involved in protecting the ACL, but also working extension. So you can go on a cable, and I would do this really carefully, do it super light. I might actually go one lighter. Oops. And you want to create a little bit of a tension, and you might have to start with flexing your knee a little bit, and slowly letting that weight pull it into extension. And of course, if it hurts, do it even lighter or stop right before it hurts. But this has been feeling very good for me. Like after doing that really slowly and carefully, I would feel a nice release in my knee. So get that extension, and then you're gonna do a curl as far as you can go, and then slowly go back. And already this feels pretty good to me. Like that nice slow pulling feels, it's giving me some relief and strengthening my hamstring. So I'm doing this really slow. If you have good balance, you can do that. You can also get 2 sticks to have some assistance. If you need a little bit more attention, just step a little bit further back. Right there. Also gives some release in your hip flexor. If you've been walking around without being able to get that full knee extension, your hip is doing a lot of work. So this also gives some nice release to your hip. This is already feeling a lot better for me. Great. My knee is definitely feeling a little bit better. Remember, you do have an injured knee, so the progress is going to be slow. Sometimes you might not progress. It might be the same. As long as it doesn't get worse, you're going on the upward trend. If it is getting worse, then maybe take a day off. I have been doing this pretty much every day, and I am going to take a step back and only doing 4 days a week. So I would highly recommend to do 4 days a week, and every day just do some mobility. Like if you're sitting a lot working from home, try to get up, try to stretch a little bit, try to get that extension. You don't have to do it a lot, but you want to keep your knee moving so that the blood flow can go into that knee and heal your injury. So I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, then